Hi everyone. So another very big topic today, and this is something that you probably have never heard talking about, which is cotton wool burns. And so I'm going to just put it for you in perspective by calling it, by just first explaining what it is, how it happens, and then there's an actual clinical name for it, and we will get to that. So cotton wool burns happens when you are wrapped in cotton wool when you're a child. And that means you are not allowed to separate successfully from your parent, and more specifically from your mother. We are supposed to be successfully separated from our mother, our parents, and understand that we are a separate human being by the age of 4. That's pretty radical, but that is what the research is showing us. The Boundaries book is a really great book to reflect back to and to go and just I've forgotten the author's name now, because the first part of it is really very much about the stages and growing up and what happens in attachment and things like that, which helps us a lot. But I mean, the last part about boundaries is just the best book ever about boundaries. I'll probably remember the name just now. Okay, because I am focusing on cotton wool burns, but there is evidence for this, so this is really important to know. Children are supposed to know that they are their own autonomous person, separate from a parent by the age of 4 at the latest. It has to start a little bit earlier, where I am capable of being my own person, making my own decisions, having my own likes and dislikes. But at that age, you do it with a lot of guidance from a parent and smaller consequences. And as you grow older, the guidance become a little bit less, the trust in yourself become a bit more. The classic example of a dad taking his child by the hand and go, yes, you can jump over the stream. Come, let's jump. And the dad jump and hold the hand when the child is still small, and the child jumps, but he's holding dad's hand. And then the next year we get to the same stream, and you go like, and then the boy knows, or the girl, I can jump over the stream, and then you go, and then the willingness to jump is there without having to say you can do it, because you've already mirrored that. And then you get to the stage where you say you can jump over the stream by yourself. I know you can do it. You want to run a little bit and get some speed and jump. I'm here to catch you. Watch. I will make sure that nothing happens. And then the year after that, it's like, watch, Dad, I can jump over the street by myself. So that is a very safe way to help a child to understand. And that's how everything in this world is supposed to be. Every single thing that a child learns is supposed to go through those stages. Now, if the parent is wrapping you in cotton wool for whatever reasons, and this is, like I say, just the way that we as humans and as mothers are programmed to have that very biological bond with your child. They are off you. You don't see them as separate. You have a belief that you will die if something happens to them. You'll have a belief you'll be judged as a mother, as a parent, if something happens to them, if they break a leg or whatever, become drug addicts or whatever. You have a belief, which is right, that you are supposed to be the guidance for them and help them and keep them safe. Nothing wrong with that. It's when you don't allow them to make little mistakes, that they don't know it's okay to explore a bit without you, to dare a little bit, to be a little bit brave, to venture out further, have your own likes and dislikes, and that you're going to like them, whether they agree with what you want for them or not. So, Mom, I don't want to do ballet. I rather want to play soccer. Okay, my girl, play soccer. No, what will people say? Or, no, girls don't do that. Oh, no, I've always wanted to be a ballerina. And look at this, I bought you your shoes and your tutu and everything already. And really, you will love it so much. Mom, I always wanted to be a ballerina. How you get the chance. So you go and do that. You're going to love it. Oh, please, heaven help us. No, you're not supposed to do that. That's guilting somebody into living your life. And so many parents do that. Your child is supposed to be their own person, develop by themselves, know that they have a right to choices, have a right to not like, green ice cream, but like pink ice cream. So not like wearing dresses, but it's fine if they wear pants. And if they are good in one area and they're not so strong in another area, that we recognize that here is who they are. You know, they are not doing what you wanted for yourself, but they want what they do for themselves. Age appropriate, with guidance, with growing all the time. Your child learn that you don't have cotton wool around them, but you've got great love for them and appreciation for who they really are. Okay, so now a little bit of better parenting advice there, so that I can have less adults who are scared, too scared to make decisions, hate being wrong, always trying to live up to mom and dad's expectations, can't make decisions without checking with them, get high anxiety. It's a take the same anxiety, put it onto a spouse, you know, put it onto their own children, keep on perpetuating the generational trauma over and over and over. So let's stop that. Let's become aware of it. Now, if you are this cotton wool child and you are struggling with anxiety, you can struggle with anxiety. You're going to struggle with feeling, I should do better, I've done something wrong. You're going to struggle with trying to fit into somebody else's expectations all the time and not celebrating your own. You struggle with making decisions. And yeah, various other things. It's different for all of us depending on our circumstances and our strengths. But what the clinical term is impinged upon adults. So you are now supposed to be an adult and you still, my phone is here, everyone. So it is still something where you have not emotionally been able to separate from your parent. You are still just waiting for their approval of whatever you're doing for the rest of your life. You are still being on high alert, because I've been on high alert for the parent who wrapped me in cotton wool. Okay, so how does this happen? So many reasons, so many examples I've seen. A parent with mental illness, a parent who's been in victim mode and made the child responsible, a parent who, my own mother was married to an alcoholic, and it was hard for her, and she really focused on that, and she had health issues. And when I was 10 years old, she told me where the wool was, if she died that night. So I was really responsible for her in a big way. She used to tell me all the problems. So somebody who puts too much on you and not let you have age appropriate, role appropriate role in her life. And then also what happens a lot, say that if a sibling died, I had a lot of miscarriages. This happens so often. Miscarriage. Finally, there's somebody come along. It may be my only child, but I cannot suffer another miscarriage. And then this child nothing must happen to them. Or a child have died. A mother who was going to have an abortion before birth, and then overcompensating, feeling guilty and overcompensating, and being overcompensating by being just there. Helicopter mom, hovering. My childhood was so hard, and I'm going to make sure my child never has so hard. Overcompensating, hovering, going through divorce, we're quite young, whatever, the children are going to be hurt, overcompensating, hovering. So the opposite can happen. The child can become completely neglected and be on their own because there's nothing left of mom, and mom has just got to be the single mother. Every circumstance changes, and every circumstances are going to have some good points. You're going to become independent, but every circumstance are also going to have the negative ones. I need to be a people pleaser. I have to take a responsibility for other people. I'm the chairperson of a Broken Wings Society. My role in life is to be of help to others. I am not important, so I'm never asking for my wants and needs. So they are and I have to constantly check with research, other people, am I okay? am I okay? Am I okay? Am I okay? I just don't have that inside me. This last one, I think, is the hardest one of being an impinged upon adult, being a child who has cotton wool burns. Whoa, this is a big one. I feel for you if this is you. I don't know what's harder. I was very neglected by a really amazing woman. My mother was an amazing woman, but I was still neglected. It was circumstances. I don't know what's worst, to be neglected or to have cotton wool burns. I don't think either. I mean, I know not either of them are ideal. My father neglected me too. There was nobody giving me cotton wool burns, but I do see the effects in my clients' lives. I see how hard it is. I see how hard it is for us to separate and not feel that anxiety, and to actually know we are born enough and have got adult rights to have a voice and a choice, make mistakes. And the third one is the ones that I specifically say to impinged upon adults with cotton wool scars. Because a very big thing that happens when you get cotton wool burns is that you have not learned. It's okay to make your own mistakes. The world is not going to end. You're not going to lose a limb. You are not going to die if you make a mistake. It's what we all have a right to do. Adults have a right to make a decision, get a consequence, whether they like it or not, and learn from it. That's how we learn the best, unfortunately, by our consequences. So, you have any questions, reach out to me. If you need any help with this, I really recommend that you get professional help when you have been impinged upon. It's so hard to move on by yourself. You need somebody to mirror for you a different way and to believe in you enough to help you find that independent way. Yeah, if life is uncomfortable for you because of this, please reach out to me. Please remember, like always, I'm asking you that you are going to give me a subscribe, a like, and share, and so that we can have more organic reach, and especially a little heart or a comment also helps us to post the organic reach. Until next week, I'm going to come up with another. I've already have got another juicy topic that is going to be very helpful lined up for you. Thank you so much for watching. Until next week, lots of love.